Today is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. It's another red day for me. I'm down about 107 bucks, which is like 5.8% on my account for the day. I took 31 trades. I went green on 26 of my 31 trades. Three of my five losers are what I would call a good loser. I had two 5-cent losers and a 15-cent loser, a little bigger than what I like, but I ended up having two bad losers. Just like yesterday, I doubled down three or four times on my first bad loser. Ended up getting up to 160 shares worth of a loss, and I ended up bailing out at 76 cents per share on that big loss for the day. That was somewhere I don't remember. I think around 130 bucks worth of profit loss on that one trade. Just super dumb. I don't know why I did this. I did it yesterday and then I did it again today. And then my very last trade, it's not that I was doubling down on it, but I just didn't give up on the trade. I had a couple of opportunities to actually make a few cents. And then, a few minutes worth of, close to break even. And then it finally shit the bed and I bailed on it. And that was at $1.48 worth of profit loss. Per $1.48 per share. Very last trade, just I don't know. I do so good. I do so good. I do so good, and then two trades today, I just completely go off the rails and really muddies up my day. That totaled out $2.49 worth of profit loss on the day. I made $6 in total on my winners, and my five losers I gave back $2.49. Just ridiculous. I was 84% accurate, but my average loser was a 50-cent loser when you average them all out. Just totally unacceptable. I'm still partially happy with how I traded today. I was very accurate, and I had several trades that were more than 25 cents a share. I had 8 trades over 25 cents. I had my biggest trade of the day was a 95-cent winner, and I had a couple 40-cent winners, a 48-cent winner, a 42-cent winner. Um, but I still, those two losers, I don't know what happens in my brain when I do this, but second day in a row. Of course, yesterday's ended up costing me nearly $400, so that was worse. But then I still did it today, and then I still did it again later on after my first mistake today. Um, I got to get better at those. I know I can. I just there's a part of me that like doesn't want to mess up my stats or something. I don't even know. I have nothing to prove to anyone other than my account and the little report cards I keep every day, and somehow I just let those trades just totally ruin my morning. I ended up throwing a fit this morning. I was so angry about it. I just don't know why I'm doing that. I'm getting so close to being consistently accurate and consistently managing my risk well enough to not give into these dumb trades and take huge losses. And then 2 days in a row, um, three specific trades over these past 2 days, I've just let totally ruin my trading days. And um, I don't know why I'm doing that. That being said, tonight's my first night shift, so I don't expect to trade at all tomorrow. And then coming up Thursday, that'll be my morning where I come off of my second night shift, and I'll probably try and trade some of the market open or something, just to get back into the swing. But maybe a day off will do me some good. I don't know, just very frustrating morning for me. It's hard to be happy when I did so bad on two trades, but I also did very well on 29 of my other trades this morning. So mixed emotions. I'm giving myself a C- for today. Take away those 2 trades, and it's an A+ day, one of my best days ever. But then you add in 2 really, really poor trades, and it becomes the day that it was. So, uh, here we go. It is what it is. All right. This is where I made my first big loss on Wednesday morning. Ticker CAMP. This is 1 minute chart. I had traded this chart successfully several times up to this point. I think maybe 6 or 7 trades worth, and just hitting the half dollars and whole dollars like I like to do. And this is the backside of a move. At this point, we're below VWAP, and I should have been more cautious here. Where I ended up getting in was on this red candle. Right around here, we're kind of consolidating around the 420s. We had a dip down into the 380s. I bought 380 thinking we'd retest $4, maybe get back to the 420 consolidation range. And all we did was get back to 394. I did not take my profit there, and then we just continued to drop down. I ended up doubling down at like the 375 range, and then again around the 350s. And by the time I got out, it was right around the $3 range, and my average, price at that point versus the $3 was somewhere in the 360s. I think it ended up being a 76-cent loser. I got out just below $3 in the 290s. Just held for no reason at all. At this point, if it wasn't going to hold that consolidation range around the $4, I should have just bailed on it immediately. I should not have started doubling down at all. I should have just accepted my fate. We're already backside. We're already below VWAP. This was just a poor decision. I was at this point. I had not made a red trade yet, so I didn't want to mess it up. I was trading with that confidence that I'm not going to be wrong. So as long as I stay in it, it will work itself to the right side. And obviously, it's just not going to happen. This was totally avoidable. If anything, this should have been a very small loss. Once it didn't hold $4, I should have taken that as my uh, biggest red flag to just get out. I could have potentially gotten out quick enough to even maybe have a small profit. But I didn't. Looking back now, I would have been happy with even a 10 or 15-cent loss. I could have been nice out there. So this was totally avoidable, and man, it just gets me fired up when I do these silly things. I did it yesterday, and I did it today, and then I did it later on this morning. Again, very similar setup. It just keeps it got me twice today. I gotta stay out of these scenarios. This is where I made some of my best moves on Wednesday morning, along with another one of my big losers, which also was my last trade of the morning. Ticker WLDS 1 minute chart. And right on these 5 or 6 candles here, nice range from $5 all the way up to almost 11. I went 5 for 5 on this front side of this move, and I friggin' nailed these trades. The smallest of them was a 15-cent winner. I also had a 52, a 41, a 48, and a 95-cent winner, all in these. Some of my best trades I've done in recent memory. I friggin' nailed it. Super happy with the way I traded that section. Very nice entries, really clean exits. Nailed it. Where it all went south, and it kind of happened right here in this consolidation range. We topped out in the 1080s, 2 different candles, and then we kind of settled in just above $9 here. I got in a little higher than I wanted to on this green candle. We had broken down almost to 850 or so here, and then bounced back up to 9. I was wanting to kind of get a dip from like 880 up through the $9 range. I didn't get in quick enough. I ended up getting in the 920s. That being said, this candle topped out in the 930s. I didn't take profit. I was expecting a rip back up to 950, maybe even another test at $10. Didn't happen. The next candle, same thing. We broke below $9. I didn't panic sell. I knew these candles were developing quite a range. But again, topped out in the 930s, didn't take that small profit, and settled in, thinking maybe the next candle will be the one. At this point, I was starting to get kind of nervous. The MACD was kind of starting to flatten out. Still pretty wide open here, but I could tell we were starting to go the wrong way if we didn't get a nice spike in volume. Another candle comes up. Again, we had a little bit of a topping tail there, if you want to call it that, where I could have taken a very small profit, and then it kind of consolidated close to break even. Should have been, that was like my third warning. Get out at break even, take that very small profit. No, don't take that profit. It might climb up. It doesn't climb up. Okay, well, let's get out of break even. No, this next candle might be the one. Well, it certainly was not. And we just completely shit the bed. And by the time I caught on that we were going the wrong way and decided to get out of the trade, I was down almost $1.50. I think it was $1.46 worth of per share loss there. Just embarrassing. Had several warnings to get out, and I didn't. Just kept holding for no reason.